Hello, this is Will Marre for Thought Rocket. Today I'm talking about personal social responsibility. I was recently reading in the latest Fortune about the CEO of PepsiCo, and really her bold stance for at least her understanding of social responsibility. And I have to give her a lot of respect. In the article it quotes that she made a speech to the food industry in January where she challenged the whole industry to take on the issue of obesity. This is the packaged food industry that has produced more pounds of corn syrup than anybody in history. She also says that I believe we need an approach like this to attack obesity. Let's be a good industry that does 100% of what is possible to do, not grudgingly, but willingly. Later, she told Condoleezza Rice at the World Economic Forum in Davos that we should use corporations as a productive player in addressing some of the biggest issues facing the world. Well, that's pretty enlightened leadership. And that's what I really want to address, is that leadership really ultimately is the most personal expression of who you are as a person. In my experience with leaders, there's a great temptation to compartmentalize your corporate life. In other words, to sort of live and make decisions by the numbers, where in your personal life, you're hopefully a much more noble person. But that's a form of self-alienation. What we really can't do is have one set of values for our business life, our leadership life, and another sort of values for us personally. So what it really comes down to is answering the question as a leader, what are we trying to accomplish? And to become acquainted with your own purpose. You know, as I've worked with leaders for over 30 years, what I've come to is that there's really a universal purpose, and that is to be who you are and do what you came to do. Now, when I say be who you are, I mean your most noble self, your essential identity, what most people call the soul. If we don't express the fullness of the nobility of who we really are in all that we do, then we will suffer inner pain. We will suffer a sense of separation, a sense of powerlessness, and a loss of self-respect. When we are responsible for who we are, then we become fully responsible for what we do. Now, when I say responsible for what we do, I mean the impacts of every decision that we make. You know, there's two views of the world. One view is I am responsible, that is, I have free will, or the other is I am a victim, that the devil made me do it. I can't be held responsible. Well, for too long, I think leaders have used Wall Street as the devil made me do it. In other words, if it weren't for them, if it weren't for the shareholders, I'd be doing the right thing. But because of them, I've got to make these compromises that I know are harming the environment, or I know aren't really fair to our customers or employees, but they're essential to running the business. That's yesterday's paradigm, yesterday's idea. We can't hope to have corporate social responsibility without personal social responsibility. It really takes a matter of will to say that we are going to do all the good that we can, that we are going to benefit everyone we touch. When we become personally responsible, the world will change.